Hey folks, LTZ here. This is going to be the first of my artist tips, and this is for folks who are aspiring artists all the way to professional artists and everybody in between. Hopefully the tips will help make your art making process easier, more enjoyable, and if you're in the business aspect of things, make it more prosperous. So the first tip that we're starting off with is my secret palette saver. So if you work with a media such as acrylic, as well as gouache and watercolor, things that you squeeze out of a tube that once they have left the tube or the bottle do not have a long life, right? That's it. You've got to pretty much use them up unless you have some way to save them. Like oil paints tend to last for a while longer, exposed to air or a little bit of container, but how do you save those paints? Now, back in high school, many moons ago, I had this great plastic contraption for my palettes. And so it was sealed, it locked, it had little sponges that helped aerate moisture throughout the paints, and it was fantastic. I don't know what happened to it. It went where things go. And so about 10, 12 years ago, when I was really getting back into painting and large scale stuff, I kind of missed that. And what I was making do with was taking my little plastic palette and just shoving it in a Ziploc bag, which works. It does keep the paint nice and wet. However, if a cat walks on it, if I drop it, if things move around, it's not level. If the plastic touches the paint, it smears. It's just a mess. It's a mess. So I was like, I'm going to try to find one of those palettes that I had back in high school. And I searched around, couldn't find it at any shops, but I did find something on Blick's website. So I ordered it, sight unseen. And I still have it. Something like this. All right, so it does have a little bit of a locking mechanism, that kind of same thing. The area, this is just the filler that they gave, which is crap. And this little area is not the same kind of area that used to keep the sponge in the right spot, right? So it used to be this little controlled channel so your sponge wouldn't get into your paint, but it would still help keep the moisture out. Now you either put it in here, which with this or with fillers, means that sponge is going to move around. It's going to get in your paint. It's just not, it's very sad. This was a sad thing. It didn't get a lot of use. And I also don't like, the refill sheets as much, kind of a little bit on the wasteful side too. So that has not been the thing I've been turning to. Instead, what I found came with my dinner, which is a wonderful takeout container that seals perfectly, fits one of these small plastic pellets, and also has room for either a sponge or, if you have time to find a sponge, a paper towel that you can soak in some water. Put it in there, put the lid on it, and boom, that stuff's good for a week, if not even longer, right? This is amazing. And it already came with your food. So the little pellets are cheap. You can get those anywhere. And this just, again, comes with your dinner. Or if you search around or ask, does anybody have any of those? If you come from a Mediterranean family, they probably have a storage of like the closet of the additional free Tupperware. Like, how do you throw away free Tupperware, right? Or, recycle it. So I keep a little stack of these around, though this I think is the OG one, so it's definitely lasted. And in use, right, all I do is pop the top, do this little thing, right, elevates my palette just a little bit, makes it easier for me to work on, and then when I'm done, tuck it away, boom, that's it. Amazing. Paint stays good, and it was pretty much free 99 with whatever dinner I ordered whatever time ago. So, another cool thing is if you're using acrylic, all right, so this little palette, once I have made a few layers of it and things have dried out, this is still very wet right here because I'm in the middle of painting, but they just peel off, which is super satisfying. It's very, very satisfying. I think that's most of us why we work with acrylic, because we can peel off the pellets, but you can peel it and it's going to be fresh. It's going to look as good as new, and then you can start from scratch again. So you don't have that extra waste of the paper fillers as well. And so just look for a palette and a nice to-go container and call it a day. Your paint is going to be safe and happy and reusable for next time. So hope you enjoy that. Tell me if you have other ideas on keeping your paint safe and saved for a bit longer. And I'd love to hear from it in the comments. I'll stay tuned for the next one. Bye.